Hello and welcome to Dickinson's Real Deal. On this show, I help members of the public get the very best price for their antiques and valuables. You get a choice. Sit down with one of our regular dealers. They'll try and tempt you with a cash offer on the table today.
£600.
Keep it coming.
Now, if I don't think that's enough money, I'm going to persuade you to place the same goods into an auction in the hope that you will get a little bit more money there. Today, the show comes to you from Middlesbrough. Just look at this crowd. They've been here since early this morning. They want to do business. They want to walk away with the real deal.
The doors open in the dealer's den, Joe isn't messing around and gets straight down to business with the first deal of the day.
Joe,
Hello, Joe.
this is your ashtray.
It is indeed, yes.
It's rather a smart ashtray. Have you had it long?
About 4 or 5 years, that's all, yeah.
And where did you get them from?
Car boot.
Car boot.
Car boot, yeah.
Don't know a lot about Mouseman, but I understand he started out as fitting out churches and places like that.
He
Is
did
that
indeed,
correct?
he did
And
indeed.
he used the mouse as his motif.
When he was working in the church, he said words to the effect that we're poor as a church mouse or something, words to that effect.
Right.
And they picked up on that and he carved a mouse there
Right,
and
so
then.
that's how it started.
Yeah.
But I think this is quite an early one, isn't it? Because his tail's very defined and quite a long one. I think it's probably 20, 30 years old, just by the style of the mouse.
Yes,
and
I
the
agree.
colour, and it's a really nice piece of oak.
Right.
You're not a smoker then, because you haven't...
No, I'm not, no.
I don't think he's ever been used in anger, has he? Do you know, I don't know, but I quite like him. Just because he is such a nice mouse. Get a bit of dosh out, see where we go. Let's start there. How's that grab you?
30. That's not a bad offer.
I know I have a reputation of being mean, but when I see something I like, I'm not so.
Could you up it a little?
Yeah, go on. You persuaded me. It was easy, wasn't it? £40. I'll leave it with you. The gamble is now yours, and here comes the big lad.
Well, on the surface, £40 sounds quite realistic. 30 to 50 is the estimation of both the auctioneer and the independent valuers. I think there's nothing wrong with that price on the table, but I know sometimes in an auction you can expect 60 or 70. I think our independent valuers and auctioneer, they maybe are a little bit conservative, knowing what's happening in the trade today.
So, John, you've heard the wise words of our leader. What do you think you might do?
Yes, I'll accept the £40 offer from you.
Thank you very much, John. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And just so I know, what did you pay for him?
£2.
£2. Well done
Yes.
you. That's all I can say.
That's it, yeah.
Well done you.
A great profit for John there. Can Joe possibly do as well when she tries to sell it on? Find out later. Up next, it's across the dealer's den to Tim, who's been presented with an attractive collection of jewellery. But you know what they say, Tim?
All that glitters is not gold, is it, John?
No,
How have you acquired this collection?
I've been collecting them for quite a few years now.
So, do you wear them?
No. No.
So
Just
you're
collect
just
them.
sort of like a magpie and you just hoard them all?
Yeah.
Right. Do you know what the big names in costume jewellery are?
No.
You see, you've been collecting them all this time and you don't know what the names are to look out for. Do you want me to just give you a little quick lesson in
Go on
costume
then.
jewellery? Right, the big names are a company called Trafari, which is very similar to that sort of jewellery, but that's not Trafari. The other big name is Christian Dior, which, if that brooch was Christian Dior, that'd be worth 50 to 60 pounds. I've had a quick look through here, and I can't find any sort of names like that, like Dior or Miriam Haskell. So they're all of a similar sort of period, 60s, 70s. When you've bought them and you've gone around, sort of what sort of price have you given individually?
50p's.
50p.
Yes, 50p's a pound. Mm.
So we've got 25 brooches there and a bracelet. Why are you selling them?
Because my mum's been poorly and she wants a new bathroom, so the money's going to go towards
It's going
that.
to go towards bathroom. I don't think it'll be a lot towards bathroom. I'll have a go. 10, 20 pounds.
Won't even get me 2 rolls of wallpaper.
It was? What sort of wallpaper are you using, Joanne, in that bathroom?
Expensive.
30 quid.
No, thank you.
I'm very borderline now. Very, very borderline. 35 pounds. So that is the bathroom scales, it's some grounds. What do you think, a roller blind?
Got any more in your kitty?
Well, it won't be a lot more. If I take this away, I'm going to put that there, 40 pounds.
A little bit more?
No, that's it.
No.
No. So you're going to go to auction, Joanne?
I am, please.
Well, good luck.
Thank you very much.
Hope you get your
Thank
bathroom
you.
for your mum, and fingers crossed.
Thank you very much.
So it's our first visit to the auction today. Let's see if Joanne's gamble will pay off as her jewellery goes under the hammer of auctioneer Giles Hodges.
You sat down with Tim Hogarth. Now, Tim's a nice guy, but he offered you 40 quid. What did you think about the offer? Not enough.
Nah, not enough.
Not enough. Do you remember what you've paid for this collection? 10, 20?
Yeah, 10,
Okay.
20.
So it did show a profit at 40, but you thought that's not good enough.
No, because I want to redecorate my mum's bathroom
Okay.
for her.
£40 you turned down. There's a £30 reserve here. It's coming up now, fingers crossed. All that jewellery is now about to be sold. Will you miss it?
No.
She won't miss it, and she's got to do Mum's bathroom. So we need a few quid, don't we?
We do.
A large quantity of colourful costume jewellery, and I've got commission bid 40 to start me.
Like
At
it.
£40.
I like it.
5, anybody down? 45.
Yes.
Front row. At £45 for all the costume. At £45 for the last time. At 45.
The gavel went down at £45 on your costume jewellery. We have 10% to take off. That leaves you £40 and a few pence, £40 and 50 pence, which is a little bit more than you turned down from Tim. The good news is, what's your mother called?
Kathleen.
Kathleen. The girl is coming home and there's going to be some decoration to your bathroom. Real deal from a lovely girl here, £40 and 50 pence.
Phew, that was a close one. Every penny counts at auction. It's back to business and it looks like Helen could certainly get the drinks in if she pulls this deal off.
So tell me about your silver goblets.
They were bought by a member of the family who was now deceased, so I inherited them.
You've inherited these.
Inherited them, yeah.
Their date letter's about 1970.
Yeah,
that
I
right?
think it was 1974, I think. Isn't it?
70
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
So they're not particularly old.
No.
They're in the second half of the 20th
Yeah.
century. But they're a good solid weight. So why are you selling them?
I've used them, but my family don't want them after me, and it's just forever cleaning them.
They don't seem to want the old stuff
No.
anymore. But they're good solid silver. They are nice items, but because silver is so high, I reckon the scrap value for these is probably as good as you'll get.
Right.
I'll put some money on the table and see if you like my offer. If you don't, well, maybe you'll put them to auction. Choice will be yours. 100. 200. 300. 350. How's that sounding?
No.
No, you want a lot more than that, do you? 400. Is that any better?
No.
Well, 450.
No.
No, you think you get more than that for them? You think so?
Bit more.
A little bit more. I'll go £20 more, £470. And that's going to be my last bid. But you may do better in auction.
Another 5.
I'm afraid I'm going to stick at that. They're nice things, nice clean, but I wouldn't want to give more than the scrap value for them. So I'm being perfectly honest with you.
I think I'll take the money.
You're going to take the deal?
I'll take the deal.
Well done, Susie. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal from Middlesbrough. Proceedings are now well underway in the dealer's den, and it looks like a decorative jug is up next for dealer Janice.
Hello, Jean. And what have you brought for me today?
I've brought I know it's some sort of Russian porcelain,
Yeah.
but I was actually drawn to it by the colour.
And when did you buy it?
I bought it about 2 months ago at a charity shop.
Yeah.
And it just spoke to me. The quality of it was absolutely fantastic, yeah.
And what would you do with the money if you did sell it?
Dine out.
Dine out? OK, fish and chips?
Maybe a bit more than that.
OK, let's have a look at it. It is Russian, as you say, and on the base it's marked made in the USSR, and it's the Losmanov factory, we think. And these pieces were made in the early 1950s in Russia for export throughout the world. And it's a beautifully detailed piece, very, very Art Deco in the style. And if you look at all this work, it's all been painted by hand. There's no transfer printing at all. And it's obviously taken someone an awful lot of time. You know, all the detail all around it. Fantastic, very, very deco piece.
I like Art Deco.
Yeah,
That's why I was drawn to it, yeah.
Yeah, you can tell. Very bright colours. Right. Let's see what we can do with this. Right. 10, 20 pounds.
No,
No.
no.
Am I a long way away?
Quite a lot, yes.
Quite a
where I
lot.
was expecting, yes.
Right, okay. I'll go to 30. Am I any closer?
Getting there,
Getting there.
getting there.
Well, for me,
Right,
I've got there.
right.
It is a nice piece, but they're not that easy to sell. I think £30 is where I'm happy to stay. Now, you could have a night out on that.
But that would only buy a starter and a main meal for one. I'm looking for 2 people, 3 course.
3 course. Okay. Final. I'll go to £40, and that is, I'm afraid, going to be it for me.
Are you sure?
I'm quite sure.
Are you positive?
I'm positive.
Yes, I'd like to deal then with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks very much. And what did you
Thank
pay
you.
for it, by the way?
I paid £20.
£20.
Yes, so it's a
Well,
profit.
it's a good profit. It's 100% profit. You've done
Thank
very
you.
well.
So, is it a table for 2, Jean? Have you ever wondered what goes on backstage? Here's David to explain all.
Behind the scenes, we've got a team of experts. They check and inspect every single item before it's placed in front of our dealers. And it's their independent valuation that you see coming up on your screen.
As the crowd stream in, we head over to Helen's table, where she's not quite sure how to react to her next item.
And you've brought me a picture of Edward Heath. Me from Clydeside, you brought me a picture of Edward Heath.
Yeah, land of burgeoning independence.
Yeah, so what can you tell me about this picture?
It's hanging in my father's bedroom
Where did
for
he get
some
it?
15 years. He's got it through something to do with Michael Heseltine and Peter Mills.
Yes.
Peter Mills was a parliamentary member for the area that we lived in. 1971, just before the election, the prospective candidate was Michael Heseltine, and that's how this has come around.
I see.
Yeah.
This picture is a copy of a picture painted by
Cuneo.
Cuneo. That's an Italian artist. And it was painted in 1971. And the original is hanging...
In the Conservative Club in Westminster.
I see. So was there many copies of this made, do you
That
think?
I don't know.
And this is Edward Heath's signature?
Yes.
So, I would think this would be a very good picture to have in a Conservative office. So. But I don't know that it would do very well in my neck of the woods, but it's interesting. Do you know what you want for it?
I have an idea.
You have an idea?
Yes.
I am only going to put a token bid on the table because I don't think I'm the right candidate for it. So I'm going to put a very modest token gesture, which is £20, but I do think it's saleable in the right place, but not my constituency.
Oh, obviously. Yeah, obviously.
So I'm sorry my offer is so derisory.
That's all right.
But it may do well in auction, so what's your choice?
Auction, I'm afraid, there.
You're not going to take my 20 quid?
No.
I'm so sorry, but I'm sure it'll do a lot better in auction. Maybe do better than you think.
So was Helen's offer a little bit on the conservative side? Let's see as it goes under the hammer at auction.
You brought along a large print of Edward Heath, September 1971. You sat down with Helen Gardner. Well, Helen isn't exactly what you call a conservative supporter. You won't mind me saying that, would you, Helen? And so she said, I'll give you £20 for that. So £20 we turned down. It's here in the auction. It has a reserve of £80. Is it going to make £80?
I hope so.
We are in the northeast of England. Are they going to be popular here with the late Edward Heath? We're about to find out.
Signed by, in pencil by Cuneo and Heath himself, and I bid 50 to start it. At 50, 5, 60, 5, at £65, 70 anybody. At £65 and all done. At £65, last chance. At 65 and away at 65. Not sold.
Didn't sell at £65. I'm going to say to you, thank goodness it didn't sell, because had it have got to 80 minus the commission, I think it's worth more than that. On the day, the real deal was £65 here in the sale room, but not good enough to let it go. The reserve was 80.
Now it's back to the dealer's den, where it seems Tim is reminiscing about a bygone era.
So I want you to imagine 100 years ago, me and you are sat in one of those posh gentlemen's clubs in Pall Mall, and we're going to have a cigar. This is going to be a flame coming out here. We're going to go like that to light the cigar. It's a very, very smart thing, which we would call gentleman's kit. So how did you acquire it, Patrick?
I bought it about 10 years ago on Portobello Road.
And did you give a lot of money for it?
Enough.
Enough, right. Now, did you know, as well, that this is by Asprey?
Not till today.
Right. Now, if we can see, if I just look around here, it says there, Asprey.
Ah, yeah.
Very, very posh shop, very exclusive, on New Bond Street, and really, it's for the super rich.
You know you're pushing the price away.
Well, I'm just telling you, you know, David shops in Asprey's. So, how much did you pay? You're not going to tell me. How much will I pay? Let's see. 50, 100, 150, £200.
Nowhere near it.
Nowhere near? 220.
Nowhere near.
Am I a long way out?
A long way out.
You see, I should have talked it down.
Aspreys of London. Silver plate, not silver, but it has the name of Aspreys of London on it, and because it has that name, it makes it ultra posh, ultra smart, ultra desirable. It's a posh, rich man's toy, and it's a great lot. So, what's on there? 220? That will probably buy you a decent cigar, old boy. I'm going to say more.
Right. Well, I'll take that away then, and I'll put that there, 250. No? £300.
Put the 20 down it now.
I don't know if I want to. What about, right. £310.
You're splitting hairs now.
I'm not splitting hairs.
You are.
I'm not. 310. Come on, Patrick, I've had an hard day.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Now, I just need to know, what did you pay for it 10 years ago?
£80.
£80. Hey, that's a good deal, isn't it? That's the real deal.
Where have you been? Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal from Middlesbrough.
Hello, ladies.
Hello.
You are
Janice.
and you are
Lindsay.
Lindsay. And you've brought along a selection of sovereigns and half sovereigns.
Yes.
Who's
The mine, yeah.
yours?
Yeah.
You must have been a trendy chick in about
I was.
1970.
No, 80s.
80s, was it?
80s they were bought, yeah.
They were all the rage, weren't they?
They were.
And you even had earrings.
Yeah. I got them when Lindsay was born, off
Did
her
you?
dad. Yeah.
How old are you?
26.
26. Right. So why have you decided to part company with them?
I just don't wear them anymore. They're just in a drawer, so just thought, see what I can get for them.
Right. So we've got 2 half sovereigns that have been converted into earrings.
Yeah.
We've got 2 full sovereigns that are pendants. Did you wear all of this at the same time?
They were on a bracelet.
Ah, right. So which one did you collect first?
The Victorian one.
Which is this one?
Yeah.
We'll have a look at it. So that one's 1899. And when you got this one, was she already in the mount?
No.
You
I
had it
bought
mounted?
as I bought the coin, yeah.
Get some money out. See if we can do some business. Right, ladies. 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, 400, 450, 500, 500, 650.
Keep it coming.
£700.
What do you think, Mum? A little bit more.
Are you a bit shocked at that, £700?
No, not really.
Well, let me tell you what there is today's scrap value. Not that I'm advocating that those sovereigns should be scrapped. Today, the full price is about £840.
Yeah.
How much is there, Joe? 7? If you could get £750, I think it would leave a realistic margin for our dealer, and I'm not so sure you could do a lot better. But the other side of the coin is this. If you go to the auction, there are private buyers who are investors. So if you're lucky enough to get them, you could get more.
I think you could show us a few more notes.
What I will do is I'll put another £40 on it, which is going to actually, I know exactly what I'm going to get for these. It'll leave me a profit of about £60.
Or about another 50.
No, I'm not going to invest all that money to make £50. I'll put another 40 down.
I suppose you've found out that you've got a tough one here, haven't you?
We've got a tough cookie.
Yeah, a tough cookie that's put good money on the table.
Why, Ayman, when she says no, she means no. I'm going to try and say to her, don't lose it for a tenner.
I'm not going to lose it for a tenner. I want to make just a little bit of money on it.
Another 10 for a mother and daughter.
Another 10 for a mother
You've
and
got a
daughter.
daughter yourself.
Oliver Twist, please, can we have some more? I'm out of there.
Yeah, go away. Costing me money. £750, girls. Put your hands there.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Some great haggling skills there, ladies. Next up, 2 dazzling vases have arrived over on Helen's table.
Tony,
Nice to meet you.
nice
anyway.
to meet you.
Thank you.
Now, what can you tell me about these very grand vases you've brought in?
In India, when you do some kind of mechanic things,
Yes.
they make it with gold. I thought it's
see,
gold.
it's the gold that's
I
attracted
thought it's
you.
gold.
Ah, it's the gold, it's the
Yeah.
gilding. Well, they're very nice Dalton vases, they're
It
very
is,
grand.
yeah.
And Dalton is a wonderful factory.
It is.
They made masses of things. They made a very diverse range of things.
Yeah.
So this is a pair of vases and probably made late 19th century to early 20th century. Probably about 1890, 1900, that kind of age. I don't think Dalton's just as popular as it used to be, but these are nice grand vases.
But still, you know.
Well, still
well-written
something, yes.
Something.
Now, Do you want a lot of money for these vases, Tony?
I hope.
You
I
hope?
so.
Do you know how much you want?
Yeah.
You got an idea?
Yes, I got an idea.
Well, 20, 40, 60 pounds. How's that?
No way.
No way. 80 pounds, 90 pounds, Tony. How's that tempting you? Not at all. Do you want a lot more for them?
Yeah.
So if I take the tenner away and make it 100,
Still,
still too low.
Too low.
You'll say no.
No.
If I put 120 down, will you still say no?
Still say no.
Well, I better put it down then.
I think better start to put it 50s.
120, 130 pounds. No. I'm getting very close to where I want to be on this.
No, I think quite a bit for us.
You think you get a lot more for them in auction?
Yeah.
Well, you may be right. 130, you won't take my money, Tony?
No.
Tony, I've just looked at these vases. Now, let me tell you what the independent valuers say. They both agree 100 to 150. I look at these and I think, there's a lot for your money at 100 to 150. They're cheap as chips, really. They've got to be worth 150 quid of anybody's money, those.
Yes.
If you can't get the money, there is a gamble at auction, but it is a gamble. This has not been doing that well in recent years in the auction room, though those are a great pair of vases.
Well, you've heard what David said, and his advice is well worth listening to. But unfortunately, commercially, I only see them at that amount of money.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to have to leave it up to you, Tony. What's your decision?
I think I will take to the auction.
You're going to try them in auction?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's probably the right decision. I think they're fine-looking pair of vases. You may get a Dalton collector. All the very best. And
Thank you very much.
Thank you for bringing them
That's
in.
all right.
So Tony's off to auction with his Dalton vases, but will they make more than Helen's offer?
You've had a gamble today, you've brought them to the auction, but there is a reserve of 100. Now, we need to get over the 100 to sell them. Let's see what happens.
And I'm bid 60 to start them. At £60.
Started low at 60 quid. They're worth more than that.
At £60, you all done in the room. At £60, 65, 70. At £70, it's still cheap. At £70, 75 in the room. 80. At £80, 85 now. At £85, and we're away at 85.
Gather went down at £85. They didn't sell because there's a £100 reserve. What are you going to do with them, Tony?
I'll give my son his wedding present.
Okay. Now, Tony's son is having a wedding shortly, so they'll be ideal for a wedding present. You tell your son from me, put them away, keep them safe, and if they come to the market in a few years' time, I think they'll get their money back. The real deal on the day was with Helen Gardner. Good on you, Helen.
David and auctioneer Giles Hodges are keeping an eye on the next deal, as Tim thinks that smooth patter alone will seal this one.
Now, what's a glamorous lady like you? You see, I'm starting off on my charm offensive, selling a glamorous watch like this for.
Well, it was handed down to me by my mother from her mother. So it's such a valuable watch, I feel, that I don't wear it. So I spend my time hiding it rather than wearing it, just in case I should lose it or lose a diamond out of it.
Why?
And, well, it's
You've got
beautiful.
all these on.
Yes.
You're all blinged up and you won't wear your watch.
I also don't wear platinum or white gold. I always wear gold, if you know what I mean.
You
So
fussy, you.
I suppose I am. That wouldn't go with a gold wedding ring, I wouldn't feel. I wouldn't mix
No,
colours.
but you wouldn't wear that every day.
No.
Because that's a cocktail watch. So we've been to a nice cocktail party. And you'd wear, a cocktail outfit, and you'd have that on, and maybe
my
a
nice
cigarette
frock.
holder and a martini. Because what I've just described to you is the era that this watch was made, so the 1930s. And the case, that's platinum, is that little bit.
Yes.
And these are diamonds. Look at a nice sparkle there.
It's beautiful.
And the strap is 9 carat white gold.
Yes.
So the watch is platinum, the bracelet is 9 carat.
So that would be original. That's how
It's
it would be.
absolutely, it's original. Yeah, absolutely.
Now, I saw this coming through the door from about 200 yards. It's a real little Bobby Dazzler. Now, it's a cocktail watch, it's 1930s, but there's something about this small cocktail watch which tells me it's got quality and it's got style.
It's nice quality, it's very indicative of that period, and commercial, very commercial.
Where's your estimate?
We've pitched it around the sort of £300 to £400 mark.
Okay, I think that's a fair estimate, but what's Tim going to put down? Tim's an experienced dealer, he does fairs. Will he value it? Let's find out.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Right. 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300.
And?
Like that.
And. Yes, that's very nice. Yes, it's.
I was impressed at the speed that the 50s came out of. Now, normally with these cocktail watches, there's only 150, 200 quid goes onto the table, but this is a little bit different. 350 to 450 is where the independent valuers and the auctioneers are. Right. So I'm going to say, get a bit more off him. There's a little bit of a flush to his cheek today.
I am feeling a bit flushed, yeah.
The vapors.
You don't normally see that. I'm going to say it's a cracking lot. Put a good price down, Tim, and stop this lady from going to auction. Otherwise, I'm going to say, I dare you, go to auction, because someone should recognise that for what it's worth.
Thank you. Sorry. Sorry.
I am feeling fine. I might just get my handkerchief out and just wipe my brow.
A bit of vapours.
A bit of the vapours, yeah. Right, £300. Are you ready, Sally?
I'm ready for more.
350.
Yes.
£400.
Yes.
What do you mean, yes?
I still feel that it would be worth more than that.
Do you?
Sorry.
450.
Still not there, I'm afraid.
What about 470?
No, thank you. I think it's going to be worth.
What if look? If I take this away, so we've got 450 there now, haven't we? See, I know you like this colour. £500. Have we got a deal?
We've got a deal, Tim.
Fabulous.
Thank
you
you
very
very
much.
Thank
It's
you.
been an uphill battle.
You can go and have a lie down.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal. The items have been coming in thick and fast here in Middlesbrough. What better way to end a fantastic day than with a real deal favourite?
Kate, what have you brought for me today?
I brought this gold charm bracelet.
A gold charm bracelet, and is it yours?
No, it was his now, but it was my mother's.
It's your mother's. And when did your mother get it?
My mother started collecting when she was, I would say, when she was in her early 50s.
Her early 50s?
Her early 50s.
Yeah?
Yes.
Fine, well, let's have a look at it. Gosh, there's all sorts of charms on here. They're really interesting. Did she have a particular theme? Because she seems to be well-travelled.
Exactly. Every place that she went visiting, she used to get a gold charm from, as well as presents at Christmas that also made the themes up of everything.
Well, there's an £8 note here. And I think on the side it says, in case of emergency, break. You've got a football.
I wouldn't say what that was the theme for, really, because she wasn't into football.
Well, there's elephants, fish. I mean, they're lovely. There's some really interesting charms. There's a jockey's hat here. And looking at these charms, they're not all hallmarked.
No, they're not. And the foreign gold, I don't think is hallmarked, is it?
Not necessarily, no, but it's very difficult for me to value the gold without hallmarks or without having it tested. I mean, whilst they are beautiful things, but some of the unmarked ones, they might not actually be gold at all. So it's very, very difficult for me to give you a really fair price for this piece. So what I suggest to you is that in order for you to get a true value of its worth, we send this piece to auction so that the auctioneer can test each one of these pieces to find out whether they're gold plate, 9 carat gold or 18 carat gold, and he can tell you exactly what they're worth, and that means that you'll get a truer value in return at the auction.
That's lovely.
Is that all right?
That's lovely.
Okay.
And thanks for the advice. That's
It's my
fine.
pleasure, and good luck at auction.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now it's back to David in the auction to find out how well Kay's charm bracelet does under the gavel.
Now, Kay, you brought along on the deals day a rather nice 9-carat gold charm bracelet. It had various charms on it, some 9, some 10, some 14 carat. There was 100.1 grams in all. Why haven't you worn this?
No, it's something I wouldn't wear now. I like to wear dainty little things more than anything.
Okay, so-
It catches on too many things.
Ah, so wearing it, it catches on your costume, on dresses and so forth.
Exactly.
So,
And if you wear something special, it clicks.
okay. So, not something that you personally would wear, you've decided to part with it. Any idea if you sell it, what you're going to do with the money?
I thought I might get computer literate.
Computer literate. Well, I'll tell you what, girl, you're in front of me because I don't use a computer, so, you know, we oldies, sometimes we don't catch up on this modern technology. There's a reserve of 800 quid. What's going to happen? Let's find out.
10 carat, 14 carat stamp charge, approximately 101 grams. I've got straight in on commission at £800. 20 now.
At £800. At 800, at 820 over there.
840 at £820. It's right at the back of the room. Make no mistake, right in the corner at £820. 168.
Gavel has just gone down, £820. Take away the commission, and that leaves you just under 740, £738. Happy with that?
Absolutely.
Is that going to buy you a computer?
Oh, I hope so.
Tell you what, she's going into the big time. She's got the real deal, and she's going to be computer literate soon, right?
Definitely.
Real deal.
What a cracking result for Kay. It's never too late to join the Silver Surfers, David. Now, let's see how our dealers fared with their items. Joe managed to sell the Mouseman ashtray for £55, which John originally bought for only £2.
Thank you. Good deal.
While she sold the sovereigns for £800, making her a tidy profit. Helen went on to sell the goblets for £520. Tim only managed to get his money back on the Asprey lighter.
Fabulous.
Thank you very much.
It's been an uphill battle.
However, he sold the diamond and platinum watch for £645.
We've had a cracking day in the sale room. They're hanging off the roof here. There's lots of action, bidding, buying. That's the way we like it. Don't forget to join me, David Dickinson, next time for Dickinson's Real Deal. Bye for now.